Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is West Pasco and of course Paul Friedlander, who's co-hosting with me.
Thank you, and we always have fun.
We do have a lot of fun, don't we? And this is, what is this, your second Tuesday
This is
chamber
the
show? Third?
second, I believe, you're right, yes, second
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, so Paul and West Pasco and Chipwick Kmenowski were the first ones when we actually launched a couple of years ago on our Wednesdays, and because they are expanding and expanding, so they decided to take on a second show. So we have with us today our honored guests from Grand Chiropractic Center. We have Dr. Laura Kincaid. Welcome.
Hi, Barbara.
It's great to have you
Thank
with
you.
us. And then we have Dr. Alicia, is it Blanco? Blanco. Welcome. And you guys are like right around the corner from us.
Yes, we are. Right on Grand Boulevard.
That is very, very handy.
We've been there for just a couple of years. How many?
Well, we've been on Grand Boulevard for 14 years, but prior to that, we were on Madison Street.
For
8 or 10, 8 years, I guess.
Yeah.
8 years, yeah.
So you have some
Yeah.
tremendous history in the community.
Yeah,
does.
we've been in the community for 22 years now.
And you've been a member with West Pasco.
For 22 years. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
And there must be some pretty good reasons for that, too.
Oh, well, we love the chamber. I've been very involved for many years. I've been an ambassador, and I enjoy all the events that they put on. I enjoy the networking opportunities that they have and all of the other programs. Dr. Blanco's involved with the young professional group now, as well as the ambassadors. So we're keeping active and getting more active.
I love to hear that. When I heard about the Young Professionals Group, it really does my heart good because I've interviewed several members, and there's such a nice bridge from the seasoned members with the Chamber to the new up-and-coming young professionals. So congratulations. How's that been working for you?
I've really enjoyed it. I've been in since December, I believe, and we have events every month, and we have a lot of fun, and they're really great events. I've met a lot of people. I've enjoyed the people that I've met, and so I've been really enjoying it.
That's exciting. And how is the Chamber helping you guys with your practice?
Well, I think it's a time factor. The more people you get to meet and know and build relationships, those people eventually will come into our practice, when they feel the need arises. I have friends that I've met through the Chamber that are 20, that have been long-lasting friendships. So it's not only just a business opportunity, it's really a wonderful opportunity to meet really nice people.
That is so true. And when I say the heartbeat of our community, that is truly the heart of West Pasco and this whole area. The interviews that we do, it seems like everybody has the same heart involved with not only their business, but their community, and talking about building relationships. It's not just going out there and seeing what kind of business you can get. Do you find that it just falls into place kind of organically?
It does. And when you go to different events, you see a lot of the same people, but then you see additional people that you've not met before. So it's nice to, be able to go places and know people where you go. And I agree with you. I think that the people in the Chamber are just generally wonderful people. Everybody gets along and tries to help you with any of your concerns and help you with your business, and even events that go on. I know the Young Professional Group they have something going tonight, don't they?
The ambassadors have.
Yeah. Oh, the ambassadors have something going tonight, so Dr. Blanco will go to that. So it's nice because she's getting to meet people because she's relatively new to the area.
And she's been with you Dr. Blanco just came down here from the Sunshine State of
Iowa.
Oh my
You've
goodness!
been with Dr. Kincaid for how long now?
Since July.
Yeah.
Since July, I did my internship with her, and then I graduated in October, and they asked me if I'd like to stay, and so
So
figured
again,
why
Barb,
not?
another expanding business in the West Pasco, Newport Richey area, which we're excited about. And they talk about some of the services you guys offer. You have phenomenal services.
We have, of course, we're two chiropractors, so we can accommodate, a large practice. And we have massage therapists. We have 3 massage therapists right now. We hold a massage establishment license, so that means that You don't have to be a patient to come in to have a massage in our office.
that's good to
So
know.
A lot of people like that because it's a professional atmosphere and
Yes.
they can come in and relax and just enjoy their massage. We do obviously therapeutic massages for patients that that we need to have certain specific things done for them. And I have a diplomate in nutrition, and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist. So we do a fair amount of nutrition in the practice as well, because we find that with chiropractic and nutrition and massage, it all goes hand in hand.
They do. I
Yeah.
was glad to hear that.
Yeah.
They-
And we also do physiotherapy in the office. So when patients come in and they're having their adjustment, they'll have some physiotherapy. And we do rehabilitative therapy for our patients that have been involved in an auto accident. So we do that in the office as well.
Can I ask you what physiotherapy is?
Well, it would be like electrical muscle stimulation,
Okay.
ultrasound, intersegmental traction, things like that.
And now, does that help you with your spinal manipulation?
It does, because if we can keep the muscles relaxed and the muscles aren't pulling and tugging on the vertebra and pulling them back out of alignment, so it helps to, give that general relaxation for the adjustment to hold better.
Makes it a little bit simpler and goes back into place a little bit better.
Well, and it expedites the healing, So if we are able to do that, it helps to relax so the adjustments hold longer.
Right.
Now,
That
did
makes
you-
sense.
Did you grow up in Iowa?
I did.
Did
I
you?
did.
And have you obviously, for other reasons, but you did your internship here. What made you decide to come back, and have you enjoyed your time here so far?
I love Florida. The first time I came to the Newport Richey area, I was 16, and I kind of just fell in love with it then. And so when it came time for me to graduate, I was like, now's the time. I might as well just up and go. And so
were
I
you-
did, and I met Dr. Laura through the college website, and I reached out to her to see if she'd be interested in bringing, in an intern. And I came down, I flew down to meet with her, and we had lunch, and, we just kind of clicked. And the office is beautiful, and I kind of just knew that was where I was supposed to be.
Isn't that wonderful when things just like fall right into place and you've arrived home, you're home, you're where you're
Yeah.
supposed to be?
Yeah, I felt good about her right from the minute I met her. Yeah, and we've had people ask if we're related.
Oh, really?
So, no, we're not related, but
There's
we get
just a
along.
connection there.
Yeah, we just get along very well. So I really think she's a perfect fit.
And like Chip and I always mention when we're on here, you've got a phenomenal support staff back at the office.
We do.
Tell us about
We
them
do.
a little bit.
We have Marie, who she's kind of the face and the voice of the office. When she's not there, people call her up and ask. I said we should start answering the phone Marie's office because when she's not there, she's really greatly missed. So she's our office manager. She does all of our billing, and she's really the heart of the office. She's the person that, if there's any questions regarding insurance or anything like that, then we go to her right away. And then Sandy Marie's been with me. I can't even tell you how many years, 7 or 8 years. And Sandy's with us just a little less than a year. And she's our chiropractic assistant, physiotherapy. She helps with the rehab. And she also does takes care of our nutritional supplies and ordering and so forth. And she's really become a huge asset to the practice as well. And then we have 3 massage therapists right now. They're licensed massage therapists. And then we have Dr. Blanco and myself. So we're
Sounds like a family affair, if you ask me. It sounds
Yeah.
like you guys all just have the right synergy, and
We do.
And that's so required when
We
you're
do.
working with patients and people coming in with pain and not
Absolutely.
feeling good.
And a beautiful office that makes you feel comfortable
Yeah.
the minute you walk in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that's exciting.
Thank you.
So what are some of your key things that you like to talk about that might be a little bit different than other chiropractic offices? I mean, it sounds like you have carved out your own little niche over there because you're educating people on nutrition, obviously, right?
right.
So I think that's a real key thing.
So I think as far as that's concerned, I can call myself a specialist because
Yes.
I have the diplomate in nutrition. So in 1999, I went back and did a 3-year postgraduate coursework in nutrition. and received a diplomate from the American Clinical Board of Nutrition. And then that same year, I became a certified clinical nutritionist. So in that capacity, we can call ourselves as a specialist.
Don't you find that it's really critical for people to take responsibility for the knowledge that you're going to give them on nutrition, because they go so hand in hand, like we said earlier, with our bodies in helping them to heal?
Absolutely. Nutrition, and even with their chiropractic treatment, when we have a patient come in, we take it very seriously. So when you come into us, we know that you want to get well, and that goal becomes our goal. So we want you to get well also. And so to do that, it becomes a partnership, not just coming in and getting adjusted by us and then expecting miracles to happen, right? It becomes a partnership where you then have to take and do the things that we ask you to do. So when we do a report of findings, we say, this is what we need for you to do. And if you're not doing that, then, it's kind of ties our hands.
You can't come back and yell at us.
Right. It's kind of like, you want to be well, we want you well, we want the same thing. But these are the things that you need to do because we're doing what we need to do.
That's music to my ears. It really is. There has to be some accountability there.
Yes, absolutely.
So what made you become a chiropractor?
Well, I was a chiropractic assistant for 13 years before. And so I managed chiropractic offices and did that. And then I decided to be a chiropractor. My son was 3.5 at the time, so we moved up to Davenport, Iowa. And when I said I was going to Iowa, people said, on purpose?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
good question.
so we moved to Iowa, and I did all of my undergrad there, and then graduated in 1992, and I graduated on a Friday, and I left back for Florida on Monday. So it was
Wow.
time to move home.
Well, you were determined.
Yeah, well, and I didn't want to live in Iowa, so it was time to leave.
How about you? What made you become a chiropractor?
Well, I don't have like a crazy chiropractic miracle story, but there's a lot of philosophy speakers that we have in the chiropractic profession, and their main thing is when you choose to become a chiropractor, you don't choose chiropractic chooses you.
I've heard that.
And that's kind of my story. I had chronic headaches as a child, and I fell out of a stunt in cheerleading, and they just got worse and gotten worse. And so that was kind of our last avenue of approach was, chiropractic. And so I went to the chiropractor, and with my first adjustment, I just kind of knew. It wasn't, my headaches got better and it was great, but with that first adjustment, I knew that's what I was supposed to do.
So that is your miracle story.
That's awesome.
That is a wonderful story. It seems like when people have something that happens in their life, and of course you were surrounded by it for the many years that you were as an assistant, so it almost becomes part of you, right? And
It's true.
you must have developed that passion for it. And you mentioned something, the last resort. Why do we wait to go as a last resort to a chiropractor?
I think sometimes that chiropractic, for some people, is frightening. We use a technique, we do manual adjusting, but we also use a technique called the activator technique, so it's a low force instrument. So there's none of the traditional manipulative, hands-on kind of technique that's done. And I think that that's a part of it. And then I think the other part of it is there's somehow chiropractic is really quite simplistic in removing the misalignment and getting better. That sometimes when things are too simple, it doesn't seem to, it seems like they want more complicated
I was just going to say, it doesn't really have to be complicated.
Yeah, right, it doesn't.
At all.
It doesn't have to be complicated, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think that, the people that come in, and we have people every day that are literally quite astounded at their results, They're like, oh, I should have done this years ago. And we say, yes, you should have. But, the more we can educate people in general as to, not having a fear about it, going in and it's only chiropractors know if chiropractors can help you, so you don't go to somebody else to find out if yours is a chiropractic case. You go to a chiropractor to find that out.
Well, I want to thank the two of you. You're both a delight. And if you would like to get a hold of them, They're over at Grand Chiropractic Center. Dr. Laura Kincaid, Dr. Alicia Blanco, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
You're right around the corner from us.
There you go.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your success, and hope to have you back on the show again.
Thank you. We'd love that.
All right. We're taking a brief little time out, and we'll be right back after this.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Join us for the 8th Annual Car Shows for Charity Breast Cancer Car Show on May 7th with proceeds to benefit USF Breast Health. Cars will be displayed along historic Tarpon Avenue in downtown Tarpon Springs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration from 8 to 10 a.m. Over 50 trophies, great vendors, music, and giveaways all day. Pre-registration is $20. Day of show, $25. Spectators are always free. Space is limited, so register soon. Help us drive away breast cancer. For more information, visit cs4c.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm one of your hosts today, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is my dear friend Paul Friedlander, who got this party started 2 years ago.
We did. Actually, you guys got the party started. We just came to play.
We
just
did.
came to play. And again, I know this is David's time, but just always, if you guys are familiar, Tampa Bay Multimedia, right in the heart of downtown Newport Richey. They moved here from Tarpon. They've taken over this beautiful building here. They've got a phenomenal show, and we can't say thank you enough to John Gaston, his partner Rod Wortham, and then the guys that work the hardest behind the scenes, Taylor, Josh, also known as Batman, and our buddy James. So we thank you guys for letting us do this with y'all.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. We, in case you see this apparatus in the center here, we're going to be talking about that. You'll have to stick around and see what this is all about. It's going to blow your mind in the last hour. But I want to introduce Mr. Dave Wright. Welcome, my friend.
Yes, ma'am.
I always see you around town with your professional camera going on, taking shots of anyone that will get in front of it. I did not know that you are with Primerica You've been with them for how long?
36 years.
36 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They must love you and you must love them.
It's a phenomenal opportunity.
Well, it's so great to have you on the show finally. And I understand you've also been with the Chamber for a goodly amount of
Yes,
time.
yes.
How long?
Over 5 years, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So how has the Chamber helped you with your business?
Well, like when I first chamber I joined was actually Tarpon Springs Chamber.
Yeah.
And it got me very involved with the community, but also with Wheelchairs for Kids, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yes, we will.
But it just gets you out in the community. It gets your name spread around. People will see you more. If you join the chamber and just, that's it, hang the little plaque on your wall, it's not going to do anything for you. But if you get out and work with the chamber, you'll get to meet some wonderful people.
We hear that all the time.
And with David's business, with the Primerica, his business is about, more so than some other businesses, his business is really about getting out there and meeting people. It's not like it's not like he has a storefront, so to speak.
Right.
It's not like he's going to go knock on a door. For David's business, for anybody that understands or knows Primerica, it really is about getting out there, shaking hands and meeting people. And like all the businesses, meeting them at their needs. And he's obviously after 36 years, he's extremely good at that.
Tell us, what is Primerica?
Well, it was a company that was founded in 1977 by a school teacher, Art Williams, and he looked at all the personal finances for Middle America, and he saw that Middle America was not only getting taken advantage of, but actually getting ripped off by most financial institutions. And so I'll upset some people now in the community, but came out with the idea of the concept of finding people who were not salespeople. I was a Winn-Dixie store manager. I knew about beans and bananas. I didn't know about money. But I started on a part-time basis, learned Primerica, worked with it. And the model of our company is taking Wall Street down to Main Street. And it's amazing, what people don't know about money, and it can really hurt them.
Yep.
That's really interesting. I love stories like that.
Well, the banks go out there and they advertise, and the financial institutions like we're taking care of Middle America. And if we look at where Middle America is today, it's not in better shape than it was 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. It's worse. And the goal of our company is to work with Middle America. For most, if you wanted a financial advisor to work with, you'd have to have at least $250,000 of assets before they'll even let you in the front door.
And you don't have to with Primerica?
As little as, actually, we can do $25 a month, but $50 a month for investments. And we also, at the same time, give people, we call it a financial analysis of where they are today, and give them a roadmap about where they need to be. And instead of going in there and trying to sell them products that we think might be good, we go in there and we show them what they need and let them choose about where they want to go with their future.
So anybody can get involved with that. You don't have to have the big bucks to get
Correct.
involved with you. That's
Correct.
fabulous. That's great. 36 years, that really tells a lot. It truly does. And I know people that are with it as well, and they have such high values with this company and absolutely love it. It's not one of those, I work for a great company. It's like, I love Primerica.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That's correct.
They all have the same passion.
Yes.
Well, we're excited about something,
Yeah.
At Winn-Dixie, I realized one day that I was a store manager, and all I did was sell groceries, the same groceries that were at Publix. And it really wasn't changing the world or changing the earth or anything. And with Primerica, as soon as I sat down with a Honeywell engineer who really didn't know that much about money, but I saw the opportunity of the company and what I could actually change people's lives.
That's a difference.
And over the years, we've done a tremendous amount of changing of lives by paying death benefits and also by increasing people's assets.
That's great. I love to hear about that. So tell us about Wheelchair for Kids.
Wheelchairs for Kids.
Another passion. I know that's a passion.
Some of these organizations, they have their names and you can't even figure out what they do. Wheelchairs for Kids kind of says it all.
It does.
And so I met Madeline Robinson, the director of Wheelchairs, about 5 years ago, and I was worried about. I always worry about where my money goes and my efforts go. And as soon as I met her, worked with her just a little bit, I understood that she was a phenomenal person that was going to take care of every dollar that we could raise for her. And she takes a dollar and makes it $10 or $15.
Gotta love that.
Oh,
right? Especially when it comes to kids. They deserve the best.
But Madeline also worked with Make-A-Wish Foundation and a couple of others over the years. She was in the JCs years ago and has always done projects to helping people. But she'd go to Disney World with these kids and see for one day they got to have the exciting thing of Disneyland, Disney World, and but she would see their wheelchairs, which were horrendous, because most of the time the insurance only covers a wheelchair every 3 to 5 years. So if you're a 9-year-old kid, and if you understand what 9-year-old kids
Yes.
do,
Yeah.
it's horrendous.
Well, and they're growing, and
Exactly.
Good Lord.
One of the second things I did with her was the Gold and Diamond Source down in Clearwater. We worked with them. She was able to raise money, and anyway, we got this girl a new wheelchair. Which, when they showed me the old wheelchair, I still have pictures of it. It was put together by duct tape, because these things are moved around up and down. They're always in use.
Sure.
And she got a $42,000 wheelchair. She was able to stand up. Which is very good for the body and medically, but she also, when she talked to her friends, people weren't looking down at her; they were looking just like a regular kid.
That was at our first event at Dockside, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
How exciting is that?
And they have I'll screw up the name, but it's Brendan McLaughlin, right?
Right.
The news anchor that has emceed this every year.
Isn't that wonderful?
And it's like he said, 3 to 5 years when kids are growing. And the other thing they do, and I don't want to step on you, but one of the other things they do is a lot of times these people get in wheelchairs, but can't afford the transportation. So the kids are stuck so they will provide, whether it's a trailer hitch or a van that they can put them into, because you guys do that also, do you not?
Well, we had one girl. She was 15 years old, and she basically was a prisoner in her house, because the only way to get into the van was like they put 2 boards down to get in the van, and one time she fell off, so she got afraid. And so finally they contacted Madeline, and so she was able to get a new lift put in there. But when they did that, they also checked the whole van out, and they needed a transmission. It wasn't going to last long. So Madeline was able to go find a car dealership that would put that in for free, and it changed this girl's life.
Oh, that is so wonderful. I love hearing stories like that. And I know Paul has been involved with the kids, different Pasco Kids First, and so many different fundraisers
And
as
something you
yourself.
need to understand about this guy, not only is he a phenomenal member of the community, because like you mentioned, everybody that's seen him has seen him taking pictures, and nicest guy in the world, but those pictures that he takes that you don't want seen will end up on Facebook, provided you don't help support Wheelchair for Kids.
That's true.
So, but he does, and we did I'll brag on him a little bit. We actually did a surprise party and honoring J. David, where we did it at the Elks Lodge. The monies went to Wheelchairs for Kids, and there were 6 of us that roasted him. And we kept this a surprise in this community for almost 3 months. He knew nothing about it.
You knew nothing?
Nothing. Walked
And
into
we
a room
actually,
full.
Becky Bennett, who was actively involved in it, had made 2 cardboard images. So we got pictures with me and him sitting in front of the chamber office. He was at different bars around. I mean, it was really,
my
really a
goodness.
blast. And so I was the one that got to go pick up his wife. We didn't tell her either, because we didn't want her. Told her when she got in the car, but we didn't want her, worrying about saying something to him. And he thought he was going to a check presentation for Wheelchair for Kids, and walks into the Elks Club with over 200 people there to honor him.
Isn't that wonderful? How'd that make you feel?
Oh, it was awesome. You couldn't have given me a check or, taken me to Disney World or whatever for a greater feeling than to see that.
Talk about the support.
And well deserved.
And you know what? That's what we talk about when we say the heartbeat of the community. This is how everyone engages with one another. I mean, you really do share heart with each other. It's fabulous. Well, good for you. So you'll probably be with Primerica for another 36 years, huh?
Exactly. That's a nice thing about this position.
Yeah, you can just stay forever.
As long as I can pick a pen up, I'm good. Now we don't have to do that. We can do everything on the computer.
Isn't that amazing? Wow. Well, I want to thank you, my friends.
Alrighty.
I hope you'll come back.
Thank you.
All right. Continued success. Stick with us. We have more to come, including to hear about this apparatus here.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Join us for the 8th Annual Car Shows for Charity Breast Cancer Car Show on May 7th with proceeds to benefit USF Breast Health. Cars will be displayed along historic Tarpon Avenue in downtown Tarpon Springs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration from 8 to 10 a.m. Over 50 trophies, great vendors, music, and giveaways all day. Pre-registration is $20. Day of show, $25. Spectators are always free. Space is limited, so register soon. Help us drive away breast cancer. For more information, visit cs4c.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm one of your hosts today, Barbara Marvel Kelly. With me is Paul Friedlander, and
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
just having fun. You always bring us
Always.
great guests and great content for our show and
Well,
everything.
the key word was always.
Always.
Or used to.
Always.
Yes.
And with us is Mr. Stephen Diller, Paradise West Realty.
Hello, Barbara.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And you've been in the community for a good little while, haven't you?
Yes, I've been here in the West Pasco area for just about 45 years.
Goodness gracious.
Seen a lot of changes in this area.
I remember when I moved down here, I remember this name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
moved down here in 1984.
Wow.
And
yeah.
I remember Paradise Realty. Was it up on, where was your first office?
Well, we had one on 19.
That's it.
We were there for many years.
Yep.
And then moved up near 52 there.
Yeah.
Where we're at now on 19 up there.
So that is, wow, that's a lot of years in real estate.
Oh, yeah.
So you've been a member with the Chamber.
Yeah, about 27 years or so. Time flies when you're having fun. Here.
Okay, 27 years. Okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Something is being done right with the West Pasco Chamber
Oh, yeah.
for you to stay with them. What is it? I know what it is, but I want to hear from
Well,
you.
it's people, you know. I mean, the people, the organization itself, they're always out there giving, helping in the community. I mean, you guys are just phenomenal in what you do in all facets of the community. The Chamber is a real blessing to the community.
I appreciate that. And I'll pass those accolades back because I first met Steve, as I think I told you before, when he had called. There was a doctor's office up in Hudson. A new doctor was coming on board. He wanted to make sure they were a member, but he also it was sort of like having a junior membership director, because he wanted to make sure that the ribbon cutting was handled properly. They joined both us and Hernando. So he's not just your, he said, you know what, Hernando had a really good turnout. It looked really good. So he sort of lit a fire, said, you want to look good when you set up the ribbon cutting, you better have a good turnout up here. So he's been an absolute blessing since we first met. And we haven't known each other that long, but it seems like we have.
Oh, yeah. Well, the chamber itself, I remember when we first came to town in Newport Richey, and I think it was in 70, 71, Earl Meyer was the main contact way back
Chip's
then.
counterpart.
And just really neat how they just welcome you into the community and point you in the right direction for assistance, whether you need a car or carpeting or whatever you need. The chamber is a great source.
Isn't that exciting? To know that, especially when you're moving into a new community, to be able to get that kind of direction and the warmth, that the way they embrace everybody that comes into the community is pretty amazing. And to stay in real estate, you've seen it all, haven't you?
Oh, we've seen interest rates at 18%, and now you can get them in the threes. It's just amazing the opportunities there, and in buying a home. You get so much more home for your money when you can pay an interest rate around 3%.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exciting.
Oh, it is.
Steve, along with being involved with the Chamber for 27 years, as Barbara just mentioned, I used to sell for Homes and Land, the real estate magazine, and I was there when a blind dog with a note in his mouth could have sold a house or an ad or a mortgage, but I was there as it went to the point there you actually knew you had to know how to be a realtor to sell a home, and you've been through all of those. What's your forte? What's your wheelhouse? What's kept you in the business?
Well, I have really a great group of people that we work with. We have a team. It's kind of a boutique kind of real estate setting. We're one of the oldest independent real estate companies in the area.
To the left, yes.
And it gives you that hands-on approach where you're still treating people as people and not a number, and it's so nice and fun because you got to have a passion for what you do. And
and especially
real estate, it's important.
You said it, a boutique, small, and a lot of them went by the wayside.
Oh, yeah.
A few years back.
They
sure,
did.
the economy flipped, and there were a lot of changes, and a lot of people that had seen rough times and knew what to do and help people, buyers and sellers. There's always a need to help people through good and the rough times, too.
Does that sound like a chamber member talking?
Oh, absolutely. You've got to have the tenacity, and with that tenacity comes support.
Yes.
Support in the community and support with building that know, like, and trust relationship, which we hear all the time. And it sounds like you've definitely survived a lot of the craziness when it comes to the highs and the lows here.
And you had everything from foreclosures to bankruptcies to short sales and then the traditional sales. And so there's something for everybody still out there, depending if you're looking to buy or sell, residential, commercial, vacant land, you name it, there's opportunities out there. And let's face it, I mean, West Pasco is some of the most affordable real estate in the whole country.
Oh, it
and
is.
that's why people are coming from everywhere.
Yep.
And you see them coming into the chamber all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been amazing.
They know a good thing when they see it.
Yeah.
And they're coming from all over the country and moving to Florida because, especially West Pasco, because they know it's a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
And you hit the nail on the head. You always talk about the heart of the community, and he said the need to help people.
Exactly.
Big difference than the need to sell somebody a house. It was the need to help people.
Well, and that's also true. And Stephen said about giving back into the community, but also the passion that you have for what you do. And that just takes you to levels beyond, as far as I'm concerned, because when you have that passion, it comes from your heart and it just comes so natural.
Oh, it's fun, and we live by the golden rule, and and helping people the way you'd want to be helped also,
Absolutely.
and making sure that things go to the best of their advantage in a transaction, because there's you're out there, you're holding their buyer or seller's hand, making sure everything goes as smooth as possible. And if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it, you know.
Exactly.
And there's a lot.
And at one time,
to it.
everybody was doing it.
Well, yeah.
And look what happened.
And it sure has changed a lot.
Yes, that's good. Well,
you
that's
know,
a good thing.
From what I understand, it really isn't like it was when I was doing real estate many, many years ago. I understand that the paperwork and everything, oh my goodness, you need to have a representative in your corner for this, because otherwise you can show up at a closing or the day before. I mean, we had those days back then, but today it just seems like things change on the dime. And you got to be right there with that change.
Oh, it's so important to be ahead of the curve, you know, and to make sure everything does go as smooth for the parties involved, because there's so many things that can happen, from a bad home inspection or termites or this or that, or something coming up in the loan process or the survey, or there's just a whole list of things that you have to do to make sure that it goes positive.
Exactly. What's like a turnaround time for a closing? Somebody comes to you today, they say, "Yeah, I want to buy this house. Let's put an offer in."
Well, if they're paying cash, it can be rather quick. It
Sure.
could be as quick as a few days or a week or so. But if they're going with a mortgage, and you know, we work, there's so many good chamber members that are in the mortgage business here. We've got a host of such a great diversity of lenders here in this area. And so if you go with a mortgage, it could be 35, 45 days, something like that. You
That's
know?
still really good.
Oh, yeah. And the interest rates, my gosh, you just can't beat it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why people are coming and buying, because we're really like the closest thing to the Caribbean down here in Florida that you can get, and enjoy the tropical sun and all the benefits.
Exactly. And what do you think about our whole downtown area here?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Isn't it amazing?
It's getting better every month. I love it, and it's it's come so far, and it's going even farther. So get ready, because you haven't seen anything yet.
I truly believe that.
It's changing so good.
It's going to be so exciting. I raised my boys up here in Newport Richey many years ago, and to see the change that has taken place, and it's taken place because of the commitment from the government people to the residents here, to the Chamber of Commerce, the business owners. There's so many family-owned businesses that get involved with the chambers, and everybody just supports one another.
Yeah.
It's so fabulous, and that's what it really takes.
Yeah, and when there's a need in the community or something comes up, the chamber, the other organizations, they all come together to help.
Yeah, and I tell you that you really, if you've never been involved with a chamber, if you live around the West Pasco area, come over to West Pasco. In fact, they're right up the street from us. Meet with Paul, sit down, and just see what they just might do for you. And would you agree, because I've pulled this from every chamber, one commonality is get involved.
Oh, yes, yeah. So important.
Get involved with your chamber, and you can make a difference, whether it's doing a little bit of volunteer and going to some of the networking meetings and meeting other people. And I don't ever hear anybody talking about going to a network meeting to do their, a pitch. They want to meet people, and that just kind of evolves into conversation. It's fabulous. Well, you're a delight. I'm so glad that you
thank you,
came on the
Barbara.
show today.
Yes, and my
Continued
pleasure.
success
Thank
in
you
real
so
estate.
Much. The best to you all, and
Appreciate it, man.
as
Thank
always,
you.
good to see you.
And you.
Exactly. So we have another segment coming up, and what do you think about this apparatus?
That's quite unique here. I've never seen anything like it.
I never have either, and I
And
can't.
be that close to it.
I know. It's like it's going to come alive. And actually, I think it is going to come alive in
Cool.
this
It is.
next segment. So you'll have to stick around. You need to always be checking in with My Chamber TV, because this is the only place you're going to be able to see, live and unrehearsed, our shows with what's happening in the community and who's in the community. I can promise you this, and I don't make many promises, but this is what I'll promise you, is when you tune in to My Chamber TV, there will always be a business that you could use and they could use. So on that note, I want to thank you for joining us. Paul's going to stick around. We'll be right back.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Join us for the 8th Annual Car Shows for Charity Breast Cancer Car Show on May 7th with proceeds to benefit USF Breast Health. Cars will be displayed along historic Tarpon Avenue in downtown Tarpon Springs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration from 8 to 10 a.m. Over 50 trophies, great vendors, music, and giveaways all day. Pre-registration is $20. Day of show, $25. Spectators are always free. Space is limited, so register soon. Help us drive away breast cancer. For more information, visit cs4c.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is Paul Freelander. And I've been waiting for this segment because we have had this apparatus sitting in the middle of the floor since the beginning of the show, and I know you're wondering, as well as I am, exactly what it... Wait a minute, it's moving here. Oh, we did say that it was going to come alive. Check this out.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? This is wild. I want to introduce our guests. We have Jesse Linares and Kevin Hudak. You guys are the students at River Ridge, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you actually created this?
Yes. Yes, us and our
Tell
team
us about
built this.
it.
Well, it's for a competition called FIRST, which stands for
inspiration and recognition of science and technology.
And what we do is we have a 6-week period where we can design and build a robot to complete a specific task, and then we bag it up and we bring it to competitions.
And so Tell me about the competitions.
The competition this year is it's called Stronghold, and what it is you have to design a robot that can pick up boulders, which is the gray ball that's in there now, and you have to be able to drive over different sorts of obstacles to reach the other side and shoot the boulders into a castle to try and weaken it.
I'm really having a hard time processing where you would even start with something like this. Seriously. This is like an invention.
Well, and they have a slight disadvantage because we weren't able to pull up, and we had quite a story quickly because we want to get into you guys and talk a little bit more. But tell us about where you're at competition-wise, because you guys are really at the cutting edge with this class. So tell us about where it started and where you are in the competition right now.
Well, this is the first year we've done this competition, and so we've had 2 regional competitions that are in Florida, and next week we're going to the World Championships, which is in Missouri, so that's exciting.
Oh my goodness,
How cool is that?
congratulations!
And this is against people from all over the world, or
22 different countries.
I'm speechless. It takes a lot to get me speechless, but I'm really blown away. Congratulations, you guys. How did you have like a passion for creating something like this, or you just felt the class is what it was?
Well, all of us came from different backgrounds. Almost all of the kids at the academy school choiced in. They weren't zoned for River Ridge because they wanted to do this program. They wanted to do the academy, and we wanted to work after and work on this competition. It's our rookie year. It's our first time ever doing this, and there's about 15 of us total at the school, and we all just kind of sat down and said we want to do it, and we just kind of took off from there.
how cool is that?
How do you just sit down and decide to? That just blows me away. So you must have had different tasks, as you were all the brainchild of this whole thing. Each and every one of you had your own individual part.
Oh, yeah.
On the first day of the competition, we all sat down around this big table, and once we got the task and we had to sit down and figure out what we wanted to do, what obstacles we wanted to be able to overcome, what we wanted our robot to be capable of, and then we just started coming up with designs there.
So was there a list of different types of robots that you picked from, or did you come up with your own?
There is no like defined type of robot you have to do. You just have to do it, and it has to meet regulations. They have a bunch of regulations you have to meet, but as long as you're meeting the safety qualifications, you can build pretty much whatever you want. You have to start from scratch.
And these pieces and parts came from where?
We designed them, well, most of them. The base was from a kit, but like all these side plates here, we designed those in a 3D modeling software called Autodesk Inventor. And then we have a machine shop, Universal Labeling Systems, as our sponsor. And we sent over the part files to them, and they produced it for us, and then they just sent it back to the school, and that's how we got them all.
Cool. Is that a local company?
Yeah.
Local company.
We went to visit them once to see the shop where they made a bunch of parts for our robot, and it was really awesome to see how they got it all done for us. It was really cool, and we're really grateful for all their help.
And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that behind the scenes, so you don't think that it's voodoo controlling the machine. We got a young man standing over there by the name of Dwight Howard, and then, of course, their teacher, who I believe is first year with Sam. Are you first year? Yes. Their teacher, Sam McAmis, are behind the scenes today doing all this. Sam wanted to make sure, and we appreciate it, Sam wanted to make sure the kids had time.
That's
and
special.
Although Sam looks like he could be a high school student also,
I
guess I'm just getting that old.
Well, I tell you, so Sam. Oh,
There
wave into the camera. They've got you on online there. But that is so awesome. So, how long did it take from start to finish on this robot thingy?
Well, this is actually a twin robot, so we have another robot that looks just like it that we have bagged, and it's actually shipping on its way to Missouri right now because we don't bring it. It gets shipped by FedEx. And this is our twin robot, so it looks almost exactly the same as our other robot. This is where we test our new designs in between competitions. And we only had the 6 weeks to build it, and then we had to bag our competition robot. But this one we could keep out and keep working.
Wow.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Do you know challenges for you, Barb, with the technical knowledge and skills you have?
Yeah, exactly. This is just so amazing. I really just don't know what to say other than you need to be really proud of yourselves for doing this. And Sam, congratulations. What a great job. What do your parents say? Are
A
they
lot
like
of them-
out of their mind?
A lot of them, I think, are really just like taken aback because this is so crazy compared to what they did in high school and what was available to them.
Oh
Yeah, my parents are kind of the same way. They're
Yeah.
just kind of, they really want to come down to all the competitions, and they're trying to make it to see everything that we've done. And they're pretty
And then
happy with it.
you said the class, what size? You said 15?
Our club has 15 people in
Club
it.
has 15 people.
15 that worked all on this.
Yeah.
Isn't that so? What's next? Do we know?
Well-
Do we have are we going to do something on the same order? Are you going to do something different? Next project? Is there a next project?
Well, we have, of course, World Championships coming up at the end of this month, April 27th, in St. Louis, Missouri. We're still trying to get the travel arrangements down. It's been interesting. And then after that, usually over the summer or towards the end of the school year, we do a lot of community outreach. We visit a lot of elementary and middle schools and just talk about what we do in
Good
our
for you.
academy
Awesome.
program. And
Give me a fist bump. Hey,
That's
give
awesome,
me
guys.
a fist bump. Congratulations. This is what I'm talking about. The heartbeat of the community. We've got the kids out there doing outreach programs, and this is a perfect mentor for you to be for the younger ones coming
Yes.
up. They're going to want to do this. Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Hey, you know what? We have another break coming up, and then Chip Wick-Manowski is going to be joining us. But before that, could we see this operating here for just a split second? Look at how cool. Watch
Put your
this.
feet
This
up.
is so cool.
you had a little bit of a...
That's all remote. I can't. This
And
is
does it also, does it go high? Will it throw the ball or just run it out?
you
It runs
can-
it out.
Yeah,
Runs it out.
Kevin programmed the robot.
Hi, yeah. We also have our autonomous challenges where it has to run without any user control. It runs just off sensors and by itself, which was a doozy. We don't want to start it now because we don't know exactly what it'll do.
Now, I have to ask you this. Have you always been into this electronic interest and everything?
Yeah.
Since you're just a little
You're
wee
one
guy?
of those kids that broke the radio down and tried to put it back together again and stuff.
We
phone.
definitely have
The
a few
first
of
thing I did
those
was
in
a
the
phone.
club.
Oh, first thing you did was a phone.
Yeah.
Took a phone apart.
Took the phone. How old were you?
6-ish, I think.
See, it starts somewhere, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
look where you must be so proud of yourself.
And I know we're getting close, Barb, but before
Yeah.
we go, Sam, I know you're standing over there, but thank you for what you've done for these
Yes.
kids, man.
Yes.
There's a lot more teachers like you, and we really appreciate that.
Our producer's asking for you to come on up on the back of the set here and at least let us see you guys. Just come on over. I know you didn't
Come on,
want to
Dwight.
say much. You wanted to give the accolades to the kids. You don't have to say anything, but this is the teacher extraordinaire.
Yes.
And this is Dwight.
Yes.
And you
Dwight.
were involved in this as well. You guys did a fantastic job. It's amazing. Well, it looks like it's time for us to not close our show. Stay with us. We have one more segment, and we're going to be talking about some of the different affairs that have been going on in the community. And who would have ever thought in downtown Portland?
And I know we're pushing time, and I know this is not what it was meant for, but guys, I just want to take a second to you mentioned Missouri. Do you have corporate sponsors? What are you doing to get yourselves out there?
We're looking for more sponsors. we
And
have
that's why I wanted to bring that up
Thank
before they
you.
left.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how can we get a hold of you? We have that up on our.
You can call the school and they can connect you to Mr. McCamus. Or I think they just mentioned when we were in the other room there that they can call the chamber and they can put you
Yes.
through and connect
Perfect.
us.
And it is River Ridge High School.
River Ridge
Yes.
High School.
Congratulations to all you guys. I'm so proud to even do this segment with you. This is awesome. I can't wait to hear the results in Missouri. You'll definitely have to come back,
We'll bring
okay?
you back on, yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Sure.
Well, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to be right back with more right here on My Chamber TV. So stay with us.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
Join us for the 8th Annual Car Shows for Charity Breast Cancer Car Show on May 7th with proceeds to benefit USF Breast Health. Cars will be displayed along historic Tarpon Avenue in downtown Tarpon Springs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration from 8 to 10 a.m. Over 50 trophies, great vendors, music, and giveaways all day. Pre-registration is $20. Day of show, $25. Spectators are always free. Space is limited, so register soon. Help us drive away breast cancer. For more information, visit cs4c.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back into our 5th segment of My Chamber TV. It's always fun with Chip Wickmanowski and Paul Friedlander.
Are we on?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. What did you want to say?
Nothing much. I just, I'm looking at this thing right here, and
Who'd you want to talk about?
Does that blow your mind?
oh, that's an
Really?
amazing thing. Those students were just absolutely amazing.
know.
Having been an educator 38 years in the Pasco County school system, I couldn't be prouder of what is going on in our schools with students. You read all the bad stuff, and
Yeah.
people have this tainted image of what's going on in the schools. No, these guys are representing
Oh, my
what is amazing, and the academies that we have
Yes.
in our schools, and how
Yes.
we're able. I don't know if you caught it, but the 15 kids come from different schools to River Ridge because they have that engineering academy that's there, and that was pretty much promoted by Catherine Starkey, and they really wanted to get that done there, and it's wonderful, and this is amazing. But I
I
bet
know.
you they wouldn't know how to operate a rotary telephone.
I think you're right about that. But they are, and you know what else I love about these kids is they're giving back too.
Yes.
They're mentoring and they're going and talking
To
about
middle
what
and
they've done
elementary
with the
schools.
elementary
That's absolutely
schools.
amazing, and I will tell everybody, please, if you can, if you see this and you want to make a contribution to help these kids get to St.
Yes.
Louis, Missouri
Yes.
for the world competition, call River Ridge High School, or better yet, just call myself or Paul. We'll put you in touch with the school. Call us at 842-7651. We'll be happy to put you in touch and make sure that if you want to contribute to them getting to Missouri next week. Now it's
Thanks
next week.
for that. Yeah, I know, but still.
It's a
I'm
beautiful
gl-
thing. So
I'm
please
gl-
help them.
Oh,
It's wonderful.
absolutely. They are amazing. They're going far. They
Yeah.
really
Yes.
are. So speaking about going far, you have a lot of, you have notes here.
I have notes.
Reminders,
Oh,
cheat
no,
sheets.
no.
It's difficult for me to, at this my tender age, to remember what I want to talk about. But I will tell you that tonight, I don't know if we can zoom in on this, or you can pick it up off our website, but it's Business Card Bingo Night.
Business card,
B1.
B1.
B1 or B none.
There you go.
We want you to be one. We want you to be a participant in tonight's business card bingo. Cost you $10. It's at the Elks Club. What?
Turn around. They're saying turn around.
Turn it around. There we go.
Yep, there we go.
Zo-
Whoa,
oh, look at
whoa,
that.
whoa.
Put it up
See
a little.
that?
Put it up
Nice
a little
flyer.
higher. There you go.
There you go.
Now it looks good.
Now it's good. Now it looks better.
No
Anyway,
respect.
business card bingo. It's just regular bingo.
Mm-hmm.
But if, for example, Paul had sponsored one of the numbers, and he was B1, if he called. When they call B1, they would say B1 sponsored by Paul Friedlander.
Nice
and
advertising.
So, yeah, and
Cool.
we're playing 10 games tonight with cash prizes. It's $10 for a 10-card game. So you get 10 cards, rip that sheet off, go on to the next game. Rip that sheet off, but there's 10 games on each card. So it's going to be a fun night. It's at the Elks Club. Starts at doors open at 5:30. 6 o'clock is when the games start. It's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, some people will be very serious.
Yes.
But we want people to get excited and say bingo as many times as
There
they
you
can.
go.
That's
There
what
you
it's
go.
all about.
There you go.
How about have you been?
How have I been?
Yes.
I've been good.
Yeah?
How about you?
No, I've been doing quite well. How's your dancing?
My dancing is good.
Well? You're doing well?
Well, I haven't danced with any competition lately.
Right.
Thank goodness. But yeah.
Have you done any traveling lately or anything? Paul was on a cruise this last week.
Oh, yeah.
A
Is that why you're yawning?
A much-deserved vacation, but it had to do with the
what?
Rotary Club.
Wait a minute. They're telling me to ask you about what?
Oh no.
The belly flop
Oh, yeah, I was
contest?
going to bring that up. Paul,
What's that?
Paul finished third in the belly flop competition
Do I want to know?
on the Brilliance of the Seas. Unfortunately, we haven't secured the video for that yet, but when we do, it will be shown on this particular show at a future
I need to hear more about this.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm sort of
And
like
here's the other
Mikey,
thing.
you know, give it to Mikey, he'll eat anything. Ask Paul, he'll say yes.
Paul's the hardest working man in West Pasco. Now, Paul came in, the first thing he was talking about, all bellowed up, he won the Finish the Song contest, okay? Meaning he beat out everybody. The part of the song would be played and you had to say the words, and whoever said the words correct the longest for the most songs was the winner. He beat out a 12-year-old girl on songs from the 60s.
No way.
He was so proud of beating this 12-year-old girl that couldn't have remembered any of those songs from the 60s.
No,
And of course, Paul was 35 years old in the 60s.
Oh, wait a minute. We have a video, they're telling me.
Oh, no.
Shall we?
Is it there?
Let's see. Now
There you go.
now I know what the belly flop was all
That's the
about.
belly flop contest. How about that,
Too
Mr. Paul
fun.
Friedland, the hardest
Too fun.
working man in West Pasco?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Right?
Always representing.
I know, always. In one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but I will tell you that Mr. Paul is not a flop when it comes to helping businesses
Well,
thrive and grow in West
Oh,
Pasco.
I know that's true.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
he's
is very
the man.
true.
He really
is the man.
It's truly amazing. You know, Paul, we had Barbara, believe it or not, we had a meeting today already planning next year's business development. I mean, this organization just keeps going
I know.
and going. But I will
know.
ask people to visit our website between now and Friday, because this Friday is the deadline for submitting nominations for our business awards. Okay, so if you go to the West Pasco Chamber website, there's a little line down there that says 72nd Annual Award Nominations. Click on that, and there's a place that you can nominate businesses in our community for the awards.
That's so neat.
It is. And of course, those awards will be given out at our annual banquet on June 17th.
And that's individual awards too. Some of those awards are what, Chip?
Premier, Eminent Pioneer,
Those are people that came
Citizen
over
of
on
the Year.
wagon trains.
We have Nonprofit of the Year. We have Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year. We've just got a whole myriad of business awards that can be awarded, but it takes people nominated. And you know what?
Absolutely.
Even if you want to nominate your own company, we don't say who
Please.
nominated. You're the one that knows your company the best.
Sure.
So
sure.
please take a chance, nominate yourself. You'll be recognized.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? That's going back to the heart of the community. That's what you guys do. I mean, all these different little things that you do to help businesses get recognized is absolutely phenomenal. We only have a few minutes, about 4 minutes or so.
Okay.
Do you have some more little
I've
tidbits?
got another little tidbit.
Okay.
You know, we're in the process of doing not renaming of US 19, but a rebranding, a visionary name for US 19. And we had 9 finalists
Yeah?
that out of the over 600 nominations that we had.
Really? You had that many?
We had that many.
Yes.
Now at this point in time, when I left the office earlier today, we were a little over 1,300 people had voted on those 9 finalists. So we have just had tremendous response on that. Some of them, you know, like Highway to Death, you know, no, we're not going to use that one. You know, we're not, but we're really looking at branding the community. The county has done such a great job of trying to get people to understand that West Pasco, yeah, we don't have a lot of beaches, but we have the harbors, and we have a
Yes.
lot of water sports.
Yes.
And up and down 19, you can just have a great time here in West Pasco. So we really want to promote that.
And right now, one of the lead names is the BMK Expressway.
Yeah, the Barbara Marvel Kelly Express.
Okay. I'll vote for that.
Yes.
Then I'll know where I am.
We're not going to break into a Highway to Hell song.
Okay. Anything else, my friend?
Well, obviously we do have the annual banquet coming up, but next Thursday we have our legislative breakfast. We have Senator Latvala, Representative Murphy and Representative Burgess will be at the Spartan Manor at 7:30 in the morning to listen and take questions from our members. That people would like to attend that breakfast. That's at the Spartan Manor. Again, that's the 28th of April. This Friday we have a Medical Moments presentation as part of our education committee, our medical subcommittee, and that is how to handle stress in the workplace. And you can partake in that at Regional Medical Center Bayonet Point this Friday. And the following Friday, we have the first in our last Friday of the month series of education, and it's the elevator speech, your 30-second friend, how to prepare one. And that will be held at Morton Plant North Bay.
Nice. So you cover it all. You're so good.
We just keep on and on, and it really is amazing to me. You want to know why it happens? It's because of people like Paul and our members and the volunteers we have, and people like yourself that understand and appreciate and aren't afraid to talk about it. And it's successful because people are participating.
You know, it's true, and it's certainly our mission to raise the awareness here on My Chamber TV. Gosh,
Not to mention the three ladies back at the office that help rein
Oh, yeah.
Chip and I in.
I know.
Michelle Anderson,
our
our
office manager.
Absolutely.
Liz Meismer, our events coordinator, and Kim with a Y, Liberty, who is our front office coordinator. And don't forget Bike Fest. Bike Fest is coming
When is that?
October 7, 8, and 9.
October 7, 8,
Already.
9. All right, here we go again. Wow, it's going to be another great one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it is. But just everything you do is great. Is there anything you don't do great? I mean, seriously. I mean, everything.
We don't do great.
We don't do great.
We do great often, but
Just like you guys do here, we try to keep that bar
Keep the bar
raised and someplace
Absolutely.
to
Trying to
keep
get
moving.
above it.
Yep.
2 years now.
2 years.
Past our
years now.
2-year anniversary.
I know.
Yes.
Since we've been doing these shows,
That's
added
amazing.
another day.
Hey,
Thank you guys so much.
Are those doubloons around your neck? What are those?
So what?
Doubloons. It looks like you could be a pirate. A pirate. Yo,
This is my
rawr.
gold. This is my gold.
Is that your
Ooh.
gold?
Solid gold.
It's a pretty necklace.
Thank you.
If I'd have known red and gold was the color today, instead I'm up in the lightning.
You
Go
got
Bolts.
the blue memo.
There
I got
you
the
go.
blue memo.
So did Paul. Well, I want to thank you for coming on for our 5th segment.
Thank you. We like
We
the fifth
appreciate
segment.
it.
Yeah, we're Ball and I are getting ready to go over to the Elks Club to play a little business card bingo.
bingo.
Go for it. And we'll see you next month. Same time, same place, but I'll
Because we
you
see
in
it
the
twice a
hood.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice a month now. These guys have stepped up to the plate to do 2 shows a month because they've got that much going on. All right. Fist bump.
Appreciate it.
We want to
bump.
thank all the guests that we
Fist
had today. You guys did a great job.
Thank you. See you next time.